Hello peeps and hello peppers, and welcome to the Miðvikudags Manatee, our Wednesday manatee. Here's a manatee. And here's a walrus because, from the stature, they are very similar. And it's the 1st of October. That means Inktober is starting. And Inktober is a drawing challenge where you get a theme, no matter how absurd it is, every day. And today's theme is mustache. So I thought, what a lucky coincidence. Like, one of my favorite animals has a very heavy mustache. And what a lucky coincidence that I have a lot of broken old pens here. So I can use this really broken thin end of this to spread the acrylic blotches and use the thick end to dissolve whatever is left of the ink in alcohol. This is just hand disinfectant. And yes, I use the pill palette as a holder, because we also kind of sometimes need to take the discussion about pain pills. It's still film festival. Like, all the events seem to be in autumn because the people finally have come over the fact that the summer holidays are very much over. So there are a lot of events in the autumn. And the other day at the film festival, I saw this film about a young man who has scoliosis, and he is extremely bitter, and he is on heavy pain medication. Sort of at the Q&A, I avoided that. I know about that, OxyContin. That is a really heavy pain medication. I'm only taking something quite light, but it's still you need a prescription for this type. So yes, I do have scoliosis. I don't find myself bitter about it, but let's say the director of the film gave a much more differentiated picture of that than I did, because the actors, based on real people, live in rural Spain, where the system is not like ours. That means family members are tendentially expected way more to take care of ill relatives. Here I'm basically lucky then that I live in a house where I can get help with household stuff. And where, let's say, social workers also see to the idea that I get the help I need, and that I don't have to load this on friends and family necessarily. Much of the system here seems to have been put in place to take a load of families. And many, many moons ago, I had a really interesting conversation with someone who read a statistic that in some South European countries where you are expected to take care of your relatives, the aggression against elderly and sick relatives in the home is also bigger. I haven't seen the statistic with my own two eyes, but it seemed logical to me. And I also kind of find it problematic when people, no matter what the nationality, expect others to take care of family members. Of course, I've also helped to take care of family members. To those who have never been here, I'm German, but my family has a very southern temper. And I identify a lot with these animals that seem solitary, but also sometimes have a need for a herd or a friend. And yeah, I am grateful to be in the position I am. I am also trying to not put a load on people, to me, myself, it was a little bit embarrassing yesterday that my walker was so full of stuff. I mean, at a film festival, you should watch films, but I take along so many things in order to keep my hands busy, in order to battle something like narcolepsy by doing things. And then the walker was so full that I couldn't move it anymore when a person who looked like they had more health problems than me actually needed this seat. So I am always a little bit torn between like taking space, learning to take space, because like I grew up in a surrounding where I always let's say received the message that I'm not allowed to take space and that I'm not okay the way I am. But you know that like what someone says and what someone receives are two different things. So we don't know if that was the actual message, but it sits in my brain and it shall sit there forevermore. So I am still finding my proper way of taking space versus not. And that's why I chose to dedicate my mustache of October the 1st to a walrus sitting on a sofa, because there was a walrus somewhere in Norway or in Iceland sitting on human structures, and the people had to shoot it. Because like obviously it didn't belong there, but still, I don't know what I would have done. And I mean, like the animals approaching the people in unhealthy ways is also like a sign of climate change and so on. Like the animals don't have anywhere else to go, and like for that matter, in the movie theater, I didn't have much else to go. So like to me, it is important to declutter my walker basket every day so I can move the walker as needed, because we are down the line a society and we all want to go to the movies, and this festival is only once a year. So we need to find compromises as far as that goes. And yeah, as to the manatee, it has found a wheel or an eye, depending on, but I think it's like taking the steering wheel into my own hands now. Decide what kind of life I want to live, and such film festivals and such art spaces as cited yesterday helped me a lot, like making these decisions, going into the process of figuring things out, what works versus what doesn't. And yes, that means that I hope I can send out a message that we as a society will always need funding for caring and creativity and life quality, because people who have life quality will elect a politician who gives them life quality on a longer term, not just quick fixes. And I wish you all a wonderful day that is filled with good things and not just quick fixes. Bye bye.